Imagine it's your first day of class of the 2023 spring semester at Sacramento State University, and you're headed to Psychology 100 in room 114 in Eureka Hall. You walk into the classroom and observe your classmates. What do you do now? Who are you inclined to talk to first? How is happiness playing a role in your attraction to your peers? And how do you think your experience and perspective of happiness differs from those around you? It turns out, what we picture as happiness can be quite different from what other cultural communities perceive as happiness. In this video, we will be specifically exploring how the details of how the United States leans towards a more excited happiness state and how East Asian countries experience more calm happiness in their cultural communities. These examples come from Bacha Mesquida's book, Between Us: How Cultures Create Emotions. Bacha Mesquida and Jean Tsai completed research about the comparison of these two cultures and how their relationship to happiness in multiple different settings and how happiness was generally perceived by larger social groups and individuals.
Travel advice to tourists visiting the U.S. points out one custom most Americans wouldn't think twice about: their smile. Guidebooks explain to tourists that Americans smile to strangers a lot. So why do Americans smile so much? And why is that so strange to everyone else? Americans seem to smile even when there's not a very good reason to. When you see an American smiling, they might be feeling happy, confident, or neutral. Sometimes it's just a polite way to make someone else feel comfortable. Think service with a smile.
Here's your receipt. Thank you very much.
In other countries, though, smiling for no reason can make you seem kind of dumb. One researcher found in countries like Japan, India, South Korea, and Russia, smiling faces were considered less intelligent than serious ones.
Jean Tsai conducted studies that addressed the relationship of happiness in the work environment. In her findings, she found that in an effort to preserve motivation, Americans savored past happy memories. Savoring was the act of reminiscing on a past memory and applying the positive feelings from it to their current situation. Americans were more successful and productive in their work environment when they were experiencing perceived happiness. This also applied to individuals trying to find employment. Tsai found that these cultural trends of heightened positive states in the United States also predicted extroversion and agreeableness in an interview, which further led to an increased likelihood of a candidate being hired.
But Americans don't just smile more often, they also smile much more enthusiastically. For a study published last year, researchers compared the official photos of American and Chinese business and government leaders. After coding them according to their levels of facial muscle movement, they found that American leaders in all contexts were both more likely to smile and showed more excited smiles than the Chinese leaders did.
When comparing this to the Japanese work environment, individuals were explicit that they did not believe that happiness improved their work and did not imply or lead to success in their future.
For children between the ages of 4 to 8 years old, Tsai found that the children's books in Taiwan show significantly more calm smiles than excited smiles. Additionally, many of the children also preferred to have a calm smile over an excited smile.
Having a dazzling, perfect smile can drastically change how people perceive you. It can help you appear genuine and approachable, thereby opening your life and career paths to better and newer opportunities.
Recognize that in the context of Americans using a quote megawatt smile, individuals are attempting to emphasize their own happiness while projecting to others that they are not distressed or feeling something negative. Happiness is a highly desired emotional state in American culture, whereas intense feelings of happiness is not culturally desirable in East Asian cultures. The application and skill of being able to be emotionally stable and controlled is a more highly valued in this community. Therefore, the intensity of these emotions they share will be less emphasized by individuals than in the U.S.
It's essential to recognize that everyone's cultural backgrounds influence how they interpret emotions, both their own and those of others. Your perspective may not always align with someone else's, so it's crucial to be open-minded and considerate when interacting with others. By acknowledging these cultural differences, you and your family members can gain a greater understanding of why people express emotions in various ways. For instance, in your next semester, if you join a new class, keep in mind that your classmates may have different ways of expressing emotions, but that doesn't mean that they don't feel the same way as you do. A simple smile or gesture could even help them feel more welcomed and appreciated.